Hello, and welcome to Conversations with JR. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Today's relationship topic is centered around one word: competition. Competition. That should not be a word that's associated with an intimate relationship, but it is. So, as I was sitting around thinking about what to talk about for my next topic, I engaged in a conversation with one of my supporters, with one of my viewers. And he gave me, from a male perspective, a unique view about competition between a couple when they are in a marriage, partnership, cohabitation. But he really gave me a unique view. And I'm sorry, I would like to share that view with you. He said, the idea of competition in a relationship stems from a lack of self esteem and feeling insecure and being threatened by another person. As a man, my subjective view is competition starts with a man. Because historically, the concept is that men should be in power, they should earn more, they should simply have more because they are men. He also goes on to say, if a woman earns more, have a higher education, just simply has more in the form of material items, and her position, she has a higher paying job. This threatens her partner's manhood, meaning he feels less of a man, and this thinking also can stem from cultural beliefs. He also goes on to say that men are placed at the top. That's the norm in society. Men are placed at the top. He also states that women are basically supposed to build up her man. Therefore, there will be no need for competition between the partners because she will know her place. Therefore, again, there will be no need for competition because she knows her place within that partnership. It's to build up her man. A man's position in a partnership to build up his woman is to give her flowers and wine and dine her and give her trinkets. And also, he also stated that sometimes when a man is in competition with his female partner, it stems from insecurity and lack of self esteem. And he is also threatened by having a strong woman. I've heard that before, that men are threatened by having a strong woman, and of course I'm going to say that's bull. I'm going to say that's bull. Um, I have talked about a lot of subjects when it comes down to relationship: cheating, in-laws, money, communication, expectations, unbalanced relationship, inequality, space, privacy. And all of these things, if they are not in balance in a relationship, of course, I always say that it makes for a breeding ground for resentment and anger, and it makes a breeding ground for a horrible relationship. But when it comes down to competition in a relationship, you have to ask yourself a question. Why are you competing against your mate? Why are you competing against your mate? And then another question is, why is your mate suppressing you or talking down to you or belittling you? Why is this competition happening? Why is this competition happening? I found something very interesting to share with you on this subject of competition, and it came from Bustles.com. It's a website called bustles.com, and these are 7 signs that you are in a partnership and that you are competing with your partner by Leah Rose Emery. So these are not my thinkings. This is something that I did my research on and that I'm bringing to you. So 7 signs that you are in a competition with your partners. It's posted on bustles.com by Leah Rose Emery. Number 1, you fight like it's a sporting event. Number 2, you can't be honest with each other. Number 3, you can't be genuinely happy for your partner's success. Number 4, you can't compromise with each other. Number 5, you try to make each other jealous. Number 6, you belittle each other. And number 7, you throw out ultimatums to your partner. Now, this is for people who find themselves competing with each other in a partnership. He goes out and buy a car, she goes out and buy a bigger car, a more expensive car. They are competing the way that they dress and their wardrobe. They're competing for higher education. She has a bachelor's, he'll go get a master's. She has a master's, he'll go get a PhD. Competition in a relationship. I don't believe that partners should be competing with each other. Why are you competing with each other unless you are guilty of what's on this list here? Unless you are guilty on what's on this list here. Why are you belittling your partner? Why are you not happy for your partner's success? I know in cases where, I've seen a lot of cases where a woman will put a man through school and then he will return the favor by putting her through school. You know, he would say, now it's my wife's turn. I've had my turn. Now it's my wife's turn. Now it's my significant other turn for me to support them in that way. Well, in your home, if you come up with that agreement, that one person will pursue their career, one person will pursue their education, while the other person is being supportive of them, that's okay. That is an okay agreement if that works for you. But in the meantime, are you forgetting the sacrifices that that person has made for you? It's probably year after year, day after day, how your partner has held you down, has literally held you down for you to be the person, to become the person that you are, and then all of a sudden the competitions begin, or you forget about that person and you go on your merry way with your life. This is going to be very short and very brief because you need to think about why you are in a partnership, relationship, marriage, cohabitation, whatever situationship you find yourself in. You need to find out why you are competing with your partner instead of supporting your partner. Now, if it's not a balance, and if a person doesn't feel respected, if they don't feel supported, if you're not uplifting your partner in their endeavors or what they're trying to do to improve, number one, first of all, their life, and by improving their life, they're improving the relationship, they're improving the partnership. If you're not doing that, then you need to look at the balance in this relationship. Because sometimes when one partner decides to change and to understand that, I need more education, or I want to change careers. This is a dead-end job and I want to change careers. The other partner feels threatened by this. They actually feel threatened by this. It makes them feel like you're moving away from them and that you're not satisfied with them and you're not satisfied with the partnership, where it has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with, first of all, number one, you need to sit down and communicate with your partner why you want to make this move and the desire to make this move, and ask your partner to be in support of them, of you. And while you are doing this, don't forget to praise your partner, to be thankful to your partner, to show gratitude to your partner for being there and for helping you and for supporting you and for making certain sacrifices. You see, I feel that's when the competition begins. Because if you're going to go out and do this, and you're not going to recognize my role in helping you to get there, then I'm going to go out and do what I need to do for me. And then it's not a partnership anymore. It becomes me. I'm doing me. I'm going to do what's best for me and forget about the partnership. Forget about the reason why you came together in the first place. Competition in a partnership is dangerous. Competition in a sisterhood. I'm not only talking about intimate relationships. I'm talking about partnerships between girlfriends, competitions between girlfriends, competitions between so-called male friends. You see competitions in people in church. That's ridiculous. That's the last place that you should see people in competition. But everywhere you go, you see this competition, you see this jealousy, you see people want to be out there and they want to be noticed and they want you to honor them and they want you to put them out front. And I agree with what some of my friend, what the viewer has said about it has a lot to do with self-esteem, worth, insecurities. Some people just have to be known. They have to be out there. They want to be recognized. Their name have to be called. You know, they don't want to be one of those unsung heroes. They want to be out there in the forefront. And that's when the competition gets ugly. It gets mean. You know, you can look at some of these reality TV shows. You can look at what people will do in competition. The lies they tell, the throats they cut. You know, people will kill, steal, and do whatever they take in a competition because they want what they want regardless to other people's feelings and how people feel. But I'm directly talking about competition in intimate relationships. Mothers competing against fathers for their children's affections. So they'll buy their children's love. They'll buy their children's affection. They'll try to be the better parent. Same thing happens with grandparents. Happens throughout families with siblings. Everybody's trying to be the better one so that you will love them more and you will heap praises on them. Competition happens in the workplace. You have people who will sell each other out. You have people who will, you have these spies and these little tattletale people who will run back to the director and run back to the coordinator and, he said, she did this and she did that. Competition is ugly. It's a mean word sometimes. It's a really, really mean word sometimes when you're dealing with relationships and you're dealing with people. My advice, I'm not a relationship expert again. I'm not a psychologist. And I'm not sitting here trying to fix anything for anybody. Competition in a relationship, just like anything else, is bad. And it's only going to lead to feelings of anger, bitterness, resentment, and it's only going to cause a dividing line between the partners. And it's something you need to sit down and it's something that you need to talk about. So, thank you again for joining me for this very short segment of Conversations with JR about competitions in a relationship. In the meantime, I'm asking you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Conversations with JR, and click on some likes, like some of my videos, subscribe to some of my videos. I also have my book, The Waiting Game. There's no competition in here. This is my story about me and relationship myths and how some of those relationship myths leads to bad decisions and bad relationships. So there's no competition in here. And if you haven't read yet, my other book, A Different Flavor of Love. Follow my beloved character, Desiree Hancock, as she shows you that above all, you need to strive, love yourself, self-care, and be determined. And in the end, Love will conquer all. Thank you for tuning in. Sharing is caring. Invite some people in to have a conversation with you. Until the next time.